Hello, Assalamualaikum. Let's continue from our last discussion. We think we left at types of experimental design. So after this page, we'll go to this page here where we have an illustration of how a research process happens, how an experimental research process happens. So as you can see from the illustration here, it shows that first of all you have a big population, and then if you remember the population example, and then from that population you will pick a few samples, and then from that samples you have either the design would be two, okay, this one between subject design, so you split it into two types of independent variables, or you just have within the subject design you only have one. And then we look at the dependent variable that we measure at the end. Okay, so there you go, the revision on the types of experimental design. Right, and in the following topic we look at survey research. Okay, now this is quite easy to understand. Okay, the definition is given here. It's basically a method of collecting data by asking people questions. Survey research can be classified into two types. By types, into questionnaires and interview. You know what a questionnaire is, right? It's a written communication, and an interview would be a verbal communication. Alright. The following topic tells you about the formats of questions in surveys. Alright. First, there are three types of format. It can be structured. Structured means it contains fixed questions and answers. Okay, so if it's a questionnaire, it will give you MCQ question. Right, and it is also a closed-ended question. I don't know where I started there. Right, so it is easy to quantify because you only have yes and no or MCQ. It is reliable, replicable, and generalizable, but the data can be distorted due to restricted answers, because you usually with MCQ question you only have 4 options. If your participant have a different answer, so that's when the data can be distorted a bit. Right? The format can also be an unstructured format where it contains no fixed question ways or ways of answering. Right? So it is also called an open-ended question format. Right? So what it is the question and the answers will be highly detailed, and it will contribute to very valid data, and then it is extremely flexible, because if you give them a question with no answers provided, the answers can be very unpredictable. Right? It can be whatever the sample or the participant wants to answer, and then the answer will be more natural and unconstrained. Alright, but the thing is, when it's too flexible, it will be difficult for you to analyze all the data, because if you have 30 samples and all the 30 samples give you different answers, then it's difficult for you to compile every single answer. Alright, or the format can also be semi-structured, where you have both closed-ended and open-ended questions. So this is in the middle, or what you call in Arabic wasatiyah, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so I think the following one would be correlational research. I think we'll end this video here, and let's continue with the third part.